What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I am Monkey Peaches, and today we're going to be discussing Contagious by Jonah Berger, New York Best Times bestseller. It is the book that we've been reading for the past 2 months. Yes, 2 months since the beginning of the semester. And today we're going to discuss steps. If you've been reading the book, steps is the formula into becoming a very successful social media influencer. I try to follow these every now and then. I'm not very good at it, but I try. It's a very good book in my opinion, but don't just believe me. Buy the book. It's not expensive. I bought it on Amazon. So we're starting off the video with the first of the first steps, STEPPS, I believe, yes. So the first S stands for social currency. In social currency, in my videos, I like to use in-game mechanics. The example that I used, was a video from another YouTuber that I follow. His name is, he goes by the alias of Nothing But Skills. I like to use his videos as examples because I do follow his videos I follow his channel because his videos are simple, to the point, focused on the agenda, and explanation to the details of the gear used into the video game is very it's to my liking, and it's very inspiring to see work like that, and I want to be able to do that kind of work. So the simple use of game mechanics and easy to follow walkthrough with the task at hand. I believe the video I had that I linked on there was like a simple build for the video game in the Division 2. There's also good habits to in the storyline when you're playing missions for the video game, to take notes, remember important parts of the video game, such as bosses, equipment, gear, and what items to save and what to trash or deconstruct. Excuse me if I'm looking this way. My notes are in front of me, my camera's over here. Next step in steps, T. The T stands for trigger. The example I used in emotions, triggering certain emotions for our audience to notice, was the YouTube channel called Horror Stories POV. If you haven't seen them yet, I suggest you take a look. They have very good content. So the scenes that show the moments that confuse the audience, that catch their attention. So I believe the video that that I linked, there was a midnight jogger, and it would seem like there were different people passing her, but then it was always the same person, and then when she realizes it's the same person, the person stops, but she never turns around. And when she does stop, eventually, that's when the fear kicks in, and that's when the trigger is activated. It's like, oh, it's coming, the jump scare is coming, so on and so forth. That goes with emotions. It follows with emotions, and following the next step in steps is emotion, the E. Example that I used was Corey X Kenshin's video. It's another YouTuber that I follow, that I've been following. So I remember in one of his videos that I linked was a piece of information that he shared about his personal life, which he normally doesn't. And I understand that, I guess you would say, anonymity or privacy, that he would not share about his personal life. given that he's like a very famous YouTuber, social influencer, he shared, I believe the video was about, he shared like he had not been posting for probably a little while. And he gave a reason as to why, and he was helping his mom open up I believe it was a salon, and he his mom did not pay, he didn't let his mom pay for anything opening up that shop, so he used his own money to pay for everything in that shop. But yeah, I found that that was very inspiring and beautiful to watch, and props to him on his part, you know. And I believe the line is, when you share, you care. I believe that's what emotions does. When you try to make videos and content, you bring emotion into the videos. That way when you share, you care, and your audience feels it, and then they'll care more for you, and they'll watch more of your content. And the next step in steps is the first P, public. So making something observable, making something more observable makes it easier to imitate. Thus, a key factor in driving products to catch on is public visibility. That was a quote. I forgot where I quoted that. Recall the logos being used for products and the people that influence their audience to buy those products, and that the video game walkthroughs are for your public audience as well. It's like a DIY video for your in-game solutions to problems in the digital space. So for the public, I like to, you know, it's just like commercials, they have brand names that have logos, and I believe I have a logo. I haven't been able to put it on in intro yet. I'm still in the mix of making an intro for my videos. But as for public, example is imitating trends through social media and walkthroughs. My videos are little like walkthroughs for anyone who wants to know specific, I guess for the video game, the example I'm using, the video game I'm using is for the Division 2. The examples that I use are for, or the walkthroughs I use or I create are for special items that need like, they need, I don't know what the word is for it. I would just say specific instructions. Otherwise, you'll have a hard time, even though, because I like to have my walkthroughs just for casual players, not for like professional players. What I mean by that is there are professional players, as in like speedrunners, people who have data to support their claims, their builds, the numbers to support their theories. Yeah. Moving on to the next step and steps. The second P is practical value. The example would be my own videos. I am able to do it, and I am not a professional gamer, like I was saying previously. I'm just a casual player. Making others comfortable and achieving these challenges is what I'm trying to do. You know, I am not a professional gamer. If I could do it, anybody can. So why not help others like myself get like the best things, or like the secret stuff that professional gamers are using to progress to the game better. I guess, and the practical value in that is the in-game mechanics that I use, like the simple basic stuff. You don't have, I use the words speedrunner. You don't have to be a speedrunner in this game necessarily. You can take your time. I push for taking your time to go through challenges, because when you're rushing, it can really bite you in the butt if you're not prepared. So planning and preparing is well together in my walkthroughs, as I want it to be. I hope it's there. And as the last part, in stories, blending our products or advertising into our own personal stories is equivalent to building a Trojan horse. I don't remember what that means. God, these are my notes. I'm so sorry. The idea I want to express or show is that not everyone needs to be a professional experience, not to have professional experience in playing video games, but just a basic understanding of a game's environment. So in Division 2, if you get used to controls, I play on a console, it's the PS4. If you get used to the controls, there's a slight time lag, but you get used to it if you practice. The saying is, practice makes perfect. But I was told by an old friend of mine, perfect practice makes perfect. So you need to get used to the controls, and that half a second time lag for the control input. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you're a gamer just like I am, casual player, you'll know that it's not an instant reaction when you move the controls or press a button. There's like a half to a half second lag, but because it's wireless, that's why it happens, or it's just the data loading. And moving on, anyone and everyone can learn and enjoy video games. I use my personal experiences and examples of social media and link the idea into how it's not just for kids or the immature. So you have video game players out there, they're professional players, and they're way into their adult lives, and the stigma is like, to video games it's an immature sport. It doesn't take the genius to figure out how to play these games, and there's competitions out there where people play for real money and they win lots of money, just like professional athletes. So there's things like esports games. People train for that. Those are real things, and I want to help spread, end the stigma of video games is just for kids. It's for everyone of all ages. So don't let anyone put you down or say that you shouldn't be playing video games at your age. Video games is for everyone. Don't listen to them. Spread the word, or educate them as educate them. Don't just turn them down just to say, oh, you're wrong. Show them data. There's stuff on there on the internet, on Google, where you can just Google. And that's the end of my video. I have gone over time. I hope you guys got some information on my feedback. And remember, Contagious, it's a good book. It can help everyone who inspires to be a social media influencer. Thank you for watching. I am Monkey Peaches. I will see you in the next one.